Okay, so if I'm such a light being, okay, I'm from Mintaka, I'm meant to be a healer, and I come from this place. However, I have been doing shadow work because I am experiencing darkness because I've been here so long as a soul. So I might as well go ahead and do things that the humans have experiences becoming more mutable. I think that's the word. Basically, I have to have these human experiences so I can help you through the journey, okay? Because I'm choosing this lifetime to step up and to help you become a better person or help you transition, which I'll get there soon, okay? Be patient with me. I know that these videos are going to be a little long and a little out there, though those of you that have been sharing that space with me, I love you very much and I'm very grateful that you're here with me right now. And I look forward to those of you that are just now coming on and seeing this right now. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button while this YouTube channel is still here. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those other places that I'm currently existing. So please allow me to continue with some of my notes here because I have about 3-4 pages left, okay? So I'm taking leaps of faith and I'm unshakable because I know things will work out no matter what aspect I choose. I have immense faith, and Arteria was a water world, a planet in Mintaka? Mintaka? I need to do more homework on this, okay? Mintaka. I basically become a water snob because the water was so clear there, and it's true because in my youth I did not like diving in any type of murky waters. I've never been really enjoyable. I've always had to be able to see, so pools are great for me. And I'm tired of suffering. However, I see the good in people, no matter how awful individuals they are. Someone tells me I should go like this to make this a little bit more pleasant, okay? So, so we're very compassionate people. A life lesson is from Sirius and renowned for technology, and I work together with them being a Alpha Centauri, and I have a Sirius crystal implant inside me, which is put inside the etheric body for communication, and I have no reptilian implant, which I really kind of thought that there might be some kind of connection there. It shows soul expansion, oneness with unity, understanding every soul group. So my soul likes to travel and likes to understand as many soul groups as possible. And most people on this planet, they have 2 soul groups. And basically what I've been doing is I've been collecting info on soul groups and life lesson, what I choose, balance, and the top 4 that are most important to bring awareness to. My primary is sincerity, and I'm at 55% of that in completing the process. And most sincere self to everything wants to be authentic and real. Even talking about it will bring up the percentage, okay? So number 2 is enthusiasm. I'm at 40% on that, and that has been stalled for until recently, and it's been recently picked back up, and it's important for me to speak out enthusiasm and to bring that into everything that I do. Number 3 is truth, and I'm at 53% of that. I'm a truth seeker and speaker. We've known this for forever now, anyone that's really known me. Number 4, it's self-worth, and I'm at 49% in that. So my guardians are very proud at how much work has actually been put into this, because no one really actually knows except me the levels where I have been at 0 essentially, and I'm sure a lot of other people have, and just that's not really something people really recognize when they actually come into contact with me. They think that they know me, I guess you could say. Okay, so I need to bring and put more focus on self-worth and keep pushing, know my worth, know my value, and push value on myself because I should be 100% all the time and so should everyone else, right? So my last reader thought I was fourth order. However, she says I'm third order. And third order are the Grim Reapers. And she says we're awesome. We meet people and we bring them to their place before they die. So I'm kind of like Marie Laveau in some aspect because a lot of people don't know that really her main mission was that she helped people cross over. She was kind of a blessing in that factor and helped people transition to death. And it's kind of funny that comes up because any of you that have gotten a reading from me, I have always pushed the importance of you to recognize your loose ends that you have to tie up before you leave this planet and how you have an important job to do that only you can do to fill that blueprint. And so I'm here to help souls cross over and come back in. So as a child, I knew I had spiritual connections because souls would come to me as a child and try to come in, and I didn't really understand what it meant. And I'm pretty sure Abraham Lincoln was even one of those people. And I have some funny stories how that even works out. I was really young, right, before drugs ever entered my system, so even with marijuana is really the only thing that I've ever really done. I tried ecstasy, and technically I tried to try mushrooms, if that makes sense, but I don't think they were the right kind. I like literally picked them from a field, and I don't remember any experience. I feel like you would remember that, right? Okay, so also the fake marijuana stuff, like I was a spokesmodel for that, so let's just share that truth. Okay, so know that I'm coming from a pretty authentically pure level here. Okay, so moving forward into this journal diary here that I choose to share with you. The souls that will seek me out, it's like an imprint on my soul. And what I've basically done is I've told these souls, like, look, I'm not on the clock. So I've chosen to not work with them. And the souls, they actually seek me out. And they always have, because the third order, the soul has the ability, and I have the ability to choose to help. And I can't hold any guilt for not choosing that, okay? Presences of astral energy. I might have to re-listen to that to really understand what that means. Again, my soul grew a lot in Lemuria, and there's an elemental realm, is why I was told I was a powerful witch. Okay, and soul genetics are different from our regular DNA imprints, and we choose souls to be in our lives that are best for our path. It says that only 30% are star seeds, and I'm here to help and enlighten, and I'm a soul gangster. Yeah, apparently, yeah, the whole witch and the elemental realm, and the elemental realm is actually where fairies and all of those different things come from. And apparently it's still going on, except there's a veil in front of us. Okay, I know all this sounds wild, and a lot of you are already shutting down, not even wanting to hear this. So I will attempt to come to my senses, you could say, and gather some actual useful information that actually shows this in a more different light, okay, in a way that actually provides some more scientific fact, if you will. So just because this doesn't resonate with you right now, it will later, should you choose. So your soul can astral project, and it can be in parallel dimensions, and some choose 2 universes at once. And then everyone has what's called a God spark. It's an invisible, like umbilical cord, and it's connected to everyone's womb chakra, is what it's called. And it's basically that thing with a D that's in Qigong that you hold in that little space, okay? It's I'm tempted to show you, okay? And let me make sure, I'm pretty sure it's right hand. So it's like right here. It's like underneath your belly button. It's like a special little energy force, okay? And in traditional Chinese medicine, they believe a lot of different things about that, which you might want to do your homework on, okay? Because I don't know enough about it to share with you. So everyone has a golden web, and it's to protect the aura. And then there's 7 energy shields, and they're about 13 inches. But every time we go through trauma, the shield becomes damaged, and apparently my shield is down, and there's tears on my golden web. There's scarring on my golden web because it's been down so long. And I have past life entities attached. I have ones that are on the outside that are waiting for my return. And then I have present life attachments. I have multiple different kinds of attachments essentially, and I'd have to listen to that again to clear it. However, she does give you tools to go over this, and I'll go over that in just a moment too. I know this is getting long once again. So there's been what's called anger spheres at me, okay? And there's an earthbound soul that's calling, that's very attached to me and seeks healing. And there's tar when there's a negative attachment. There's a virus on the golden web, and it's basically symbolic to childhood built on truth, but don't call it into questions. And sometimes the truth acts as a virus, like it's not true, or I guess I have to do more homework on what that exactly means. I will text her to try to figure out more information about that, because saying this out loud too actually helps me recognize that's something that needs to be addressed, to find out a little bit more information. I feel like we were really rushing through. We all have a twin flame, however, most don't incarnate together. Like they don't come, you're not going to necessarily always be with your twin flame on this trip, okay? That's why you might always feel like they're out there and you don't know where they are. It's because we have separate growth patterns, and so we're meant to just keep growing, so that's why you're not going to be incarnated with the same person every single time. And I have red fibers, and they indicate promises on my soul to please someone else, and it goes against who you are. There's more than one spell upon me, and it's designed to interfere with my free will. And I've made a pact with disrupted entities, binding in the elemental realm. Apparently I attached a disruptive being to myself so it would do my bidding. And the virus was put on in this life, by the way. And I have 7 spirit guides. Not all are human. One that chose to show itself is actually a changeling. It changes form, and it's a wolf, of course. It's utilizing in need of wolf medicine. And there's a wizard guide here who has a long white beard. His name is Lord Lantos, so I'll have to do some homework on him. He's an ascendant master, and apparently there's 2 girls as guides. However, they're not really showing themselves, and they always control what you can see, because everything has to be in alignment with your growth, okay? So some things might happen and they try to change things. I mean, it's very complicated. It's so complicated, and I'm only at the tip of the iceberg of being able to explain. So apparently the religion my soul resonates with most is the teachings of Christianity, and that's because I was there during that time and I actually knew Jesus. I was one of his apostles. However, I'm very in touch with his divine love. Jesus can actually be also a Reiki master guide, and you can actually do a meditation to meet your Reiki master guide, which I do have intentions of doing. I will be getting a toolkit and a Reiki attuned candle and crystals, and it's like a test. Like I can't miss a day, and it's up to me to release and transmute. If I miss a day, I have to start over. We also do like a 21-day follow-up, and the Earthbound Soul and the Pact and Binding may take a few times. It could create a health crisis if I'm not careful. Like I can make myself really, really sick. And energetic work within the limits of the physical body can take. I have to do a feel-good move. Okay, I have to always check intuition. Books are great. However, most of the stuff you already know the knowledge and help propel subconscious memories. There are 2 Edgar Cayce writings that I definitely am going to add to my wish list. And something about a game plan in the records and I have to have a game plan when going into the records. And to sit in the energy of the records, I can do that as well. Or go in with the intentions of recognizing my past lives and trust my intuition. So I'm going to go ahead and contact her and try to ask some questions, and then I'll be right back, okay? and they'll go back in the water.